Alaska art is on display throughout our southeast communities. With just a little bit of effort and a few steps, it's possible to see the end result of the artistic process. Hello, I'm Scott Foster, and welcome again to Rain Country. And this week we offer a varied view of southeast Alaska lifestyles. We begin in Ketchikan with a man who's organized a gathering that makes it easier for those with artistic talent to show and sell the art they've created.
My stuff sells, but it's tough to get a store that will carry it when they can get, like I said, stuff cheaper. When you can get stuff mass produced, what are you going to do? I thought that if we get some artists together and we'll see what kind of show we can come out with to show the people what the totems and the carvings and these talented people got. And my goal was to gather some people together and put on a small show, and it started growing from there.
Mather held his first annual all-native art show in the spring of 1993. The response encouraged him to organize this show 5 months later. The participants included dance groups, professional artists, and those who just like creating.
It's something I have always wanted to do. It's just a hobby, and it's gotten a little bigger, so it's not a serious income. I just like doing it. These are wall hanging blankets. I thought they would be a nice idea because everybody would like to hang a blanket on the wall, but they're just too big. So I figured maybe these, everybody liked the idea of these. I just really enjoy doing this, and I hope he keeps having these little fairs, these art shows.
It's something that my mom beads as well in Sitka, and my grandmother beaded as well. As far as I can figure, I'm a fourth generation beader, and I wanted to carry that tradition on.
This interest in beading spread to the rest of the Sam family. It provides them with a quiet, relaxing time together. Eventually, it may turn into a serious business venture.
We're having a terrible time keeping up with the supply of our earrings that we do. We guarantee our work, and we put a lot of quality into it.
Like this one right here, this one I developed or designed. Took me about a couple weeks to come up with the idea, and about 9 months or so to find the right bead to use to make it look good.
In fact, he's taught us to do some certain designs which sold yesterday, but he taught us how, well, here's a little sample right here. This is a heart, and we developed this into a necklace, and Henry did this first, and he taught Vivian and I to do it.
Furs are often part of native regalia. The products made from sea otter pelts must meet certain legal guidelines, and only Alaska natives are allowed to hunt the animal.
I've been hunting and trapping most of my life. I get a great pride out of it. I'm the only one out there. It's against me and them. Who thinks better? I only got one shot.
Pretty, yeah.
You can sell them to natives in the raw, but you can't sell them in the raw to non-natives. You have to make something out of the hide before you sell anything. The bags, they can't be machine made. They have to be hand sewn. Can't really have liners. Can't have zippers on them.
It's like I do a lot of different things. I do silver engraving. I do gold. I do work a lot with gold casting, gloss wax casting. I feel like I am a contemporary artist, and I mix new with the old. And like I was showing you in my jewelry, this is not an old style, but yet this part is. Put it on there, you have your charm bracelet. I make pins that deal with today. I have issues of everybody goes black and white. Well, there's your peace and love and your kissing bears. I believe in all people as one. In the story of the raven, he steals the sun, the moon, and the stars from a bentwood box from an old man who is keeping him in the box. He breaks in through his house, through his chimney. And see, the raven, the story there, it's another story there because the raven was white. And when he went through the chimney, he got the soot all over him. And that's how your raven became black. And then we came up with, in my story here, he steals the moon and he puts the moon into the sky. And that's where you get your night. And then in the day, he put in the sun. Well, at night, you also have your stars. So there's your raven, your moon, and your stars.
This is really nice.
He was the one that got into blueberries and huckleberries, see? This is my 4th mask ever, and it's a story about, it took me a year and a half to make him, and he's called the Old Majestic Bear. Now, the Old Majestic Bear went up to the mountains because he was too old to get his own fish, and so he went up to the mountains and got into some blueberries and huckleberries, and when he went down to lap up some of that fresh water, he seen his shadow, and he started lapping up that water, and when he seen his shadow, he said, he's seen that he was covered with the blueberries and the huckleberry feast. So he's made out of alder. He took me a whole year and a half. And to me, it's a big challenge because mostly men do these kind of things. And to me, it's a big challenge. And my next challenge is to do someday a house post.
In addition to carving, Kathy Cato Yates also works in other media. Although she considers herself to be a contemporary artist, at some time in the future her work may be considered traditional.
When the Europeans and the Russians came, of course they brought their contemporary items, like your wools and your buttons and your beads. Now they are considered tradition. And in time, my contemporary things will be considered tradition.
The all-native art show may also become a tradition. Mather is already planning for future shows and is working to meet the needs of these Native Alaskan artists.
There's a need for these people to have a building, and right now we're just using, like I said, a gymnasium or a club or something. We're trying to just show our stuff and get it out to the people and show them what we got. We got a lot of talent. There's a really lot of good talent, and these people are all excited about coming to something like this.